I'm doing.
What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speaking my sports talk. Check it out. Cris Cyborg is back. Cris Cyborg is back, but not in the UFC and Bellator. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. All right, so real quick live, guys. Not gonna be long. This is just a little short live about Cris Cyborg, what she got going on and everything. I got a basketball live coming up. So for all my basketball fans, Zion Williamson back in the building. New Orleans Pelicans versus Denver Nuggets coming up next. But right now, we're talking about Cris Cyborg. Back in action. She's going to fight Julia Budd, and she's trying to take that strap. She's trying to go right to Bellator and win another strap. Cris Cyborg is so dominating and so explosive that she's able to just go into another league like that and go straight to the top. She doesn't have to work her way to the top to get a title fight. She's extremely dangerous. Everybody knows that about Cris Cyborg. Cris Cyborg left the UFC. She had her biggest fight of her life because it was UFC is the biggest organization concerning MMA, and she had a fight versus Amanda Nunes for the championship. She had her belt, and it was a champion versus a champion, and Amanda Nunes is a tough opponent. Cris Cyborg went to the UFC. She found success. She defeated Holly Holm, which Holly Holmes was a champion. She beat Ronda Rousey down. So Cris Cyborg went to the UFC, established her featherweight status, and won a title there. And then she met up with Amanda Nunes, and it did not end well. Amanda Nunes put Cris Cyborg out of there. And Cris Cyborg and Dana White could not come to terms, so eventually she ended up going to Bellator. Okay, and so now she's going to Bellator to fight the featherweight champion, Julia Budd. Now, Julia Budd is a beast, One thing about it, the Amanda Nunes loss, I'm pretty sure that Cris Cyborg knows that she has to respect her opponents. She went in kind of reckless versus Amanda Nunes and ended up getting stopped. Now, Julia Budd is an excellent striker. She's also very good at wrestling. She could take you down. And she's a champion, and she's a champion for a reason. And so Cris Cyborg is going to get in there and see if she can take Julia's strap. But I don't think Julia is ready to let it go. So Bellator, guys, Cris Cyborg, Julia Budd coming to you. And I'm excited to see. I'm going to watch the fight. I'm excited to see Cris Cyborg, take on Julia Budd. I believe that Cris Cyborg will win this fight. Honestly, guys, they're not. It would take a fighter like Amanda Nunes to beat Cris Cyborg. I'm not sure if Julia Budd has what it takes. Cris Cyborg is extremely strong. I would have loved to see the rematch between Cris Cyborg and Amanda Nunes, but unfortunately, her and Dana White couldn't work out their contract situation, or and to some extent, a lot of fans believe that Dana White just pretty much used up Cris Cyborg for what he needed it for, and they got rid of her. Dana White is a shrewd businessman, so it's all about that money with Dana. But Bellator 238, Cris Cyborg, Julia Budd. So you guys leave in the comment section who you think will win this fight. If you don't know about Julia Budd, go check out a little of her videos. She's a fighter. She's a valid game opponent. I don't think she's just going to let Cris Cyborg walk in there, have her way, and take her belt. It's going to be a bit of a fight. Let's see what Julia can put up. If you look at her physique right here, she's pretty, well-constructed fighter. She's pretty built up there. And, Cris Cyborg is pretty strong. But, again, wrestling is about control. And Julia Budd's an excellent wrestler. So, guys, this weekend, Cris Cyborg back in action. I might do the fight. I might do that fight. We don't really have too many good boxing matches coming up this weekend. So I might do that fight. Live commentary, Cris Cyborg versus Julia Budd. We'll see. But you guys leave in the comment section for me who you think will win between Cyborg and Budd. I got Cyborg. Let me know what you guys think. Who will win and why. Hit that subscribe button for me if you're not subscribed here, and that bell icon so you know when I drop these videos. And also hit that like on your way in or out. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace. Pull up to the block and you can shop.